LM. So before we start, who can tell me or who can like give me a short of how they understood like Notebook LM? What does it do? If you even used it this week, how did you use it? Hello, nobody. Like, did you use a notebook? How did you understand it? How did you hear what it does? Or if you used to know it, what does it do? In short, you can even type it in the chat board. Okay, Amy.
Well, good evening, and thank you for this moment for recap. After last weekend's sessions and specifically on this notebook KLM, I used it last day and it has been very helpful. I had in fact, I had a number of reports and I wanted to extract some information, different reports, and they are a bit huge. So I wanted some specific information. So I downloaded this one, those documents, and I could type the key words related to the information I wanted to extract from those reports. So it was very fast, and it really gave me what I wanted. So very short time I used to get what I wanted. So yeah, so I used it, not that so much, but it was very helpful. And as maybe I keep using it, getting used and familiar to it, it looks to be very useful. So that's what I would say about its usage. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, what you say is what literally Notebook LM does. Like for people who use the WhatsApp, it's been a while. Like the new account for WhatsApp, there is Meta AI there, and other mostly every app has an AI in it. So Notebook LM is like the AI in your document, the AI in your PDF, in your Word document, in your project proposal. It's like putting an AI and showing it, help me with this project. You upload your project into the sources, and you can ask problems, and the AI will be looking in your project and giving you answers. And that separates it to other chatbots like Google, like ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be looking every other places for information, looking for other sites. Yet for Notebook LM, you can tailor it and say information be given me will be coming from this document. I want to study this document. I don't understand it. It will be looking in it, and it will give you answers from your notebook without going through it a long time. If you want a presentation and you tell like AI, like ChatGPT, create for me a presentation for my document, it will go through your document and go through other sources. And sometimes you can find it created for you a presentation that has information from other places if you don't write the prompt well. But for Notebook LM, if you give it the sources and say, I want the information to come from this notebook I uploaded, and the information will come from those documents, the presentation will come from those documents, the video, or it can create also sound video, like a short video explaining your document. It will come from your document or other sites if you want, or it can act as ChatGPT the same. So that's its niche. That's what makes it better. So we are going to try it out. Search on Google Notebook LM. Notebook LM. Notebook LM. We are going to try it. This is the first time using this account. Try Notebook LM. Yeah, as you can see from here, it's your research partner. You give it your document and to help you from that without looking any other places. From there, you set it will look from there. So let's try it. Try Notebook LM. Okay, Notebook LM. Okay. Okay. Now we are already there. So as you can see, the interface for Notebook LM, it have where to add the sources. If you do add sources, it will be looking everywhere else. Here you can upload your document and you can ask it something. So let's find the document to upload. You can even give it a video, like if you have like a long video to watch, you can give it and to be looking through that video on YouTube and giving you information about it. So let's find a document to upload. Okay, let's find a document. So as you can see here, I've uploaded my population research, and shortly it's giving me a short description of what's inside the document, what about it, and show me like a short summary into the document. It's like an AI for my document. It's like the Meta for WhatsApp or the Gemini for Google. So for me, it's like an AI aid on my document. I can ask it first generate if I'm going to a presentation. I'm going act as an audience. Me questions regarding my presentation on this population research. So for here, as you can see, it will ask me questions that people might ask me on my operation research, and to be looking exactly into what I will present, which will be different if I asked other AIs. They will be looking everywhere and asking me questions that maybe sometimes that I didn't even ask. So as you can see, it's asking me questions regarding my documents, which is different to other AIs. And what makes this different is that you can also tell it to generate an audio regarding my document. In case I don't want to read it, it can generate the audio. or the whole online session. There are some AIs that do that, but this one it doesn't have it's not even allowed to enter a Google Meet randomly
Okay.
compared to other AIs. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
thanks. As you can see, the minute I was looking for it already in the transport solver, the mind map is here. I can even look. It's still generating the audio and the slides, but it's here for it. Any other question? It's because my document was short, but if it was bigger, it would be having like a bigger branches and bigger topics. This for is there any question? Other question? Okay. So before we get to make.com, small thing I can say for this AI, what makes Notebook LM better? For me, it's been like a month. I started using it not long ago. But for me, what makes it different from others, I can't say like it's better than others. But for what makes it better is because it can go directly into the document. For me as a student, I can upload there the slides, the lecture slides, and other thing, and it will be giving me questions regarding those slides, explanation regarding that without going off topic. Because sometimes you find other models are more advanced, maybe for my skills at the time, and to be giving me things that are not even on my level. But for it, if I tell you to look into the document, to look into what I have, it will be giving me information from what I have. So if there's no question, we can continue to make.com. Before we continue, can we look into prompting or it was well understood? Yes, Alex.
Hello.
Hello, how are
Okay.
you doing?
Okay. I have a problem.
Yes.
Sometimes when you need to make a report from notebook CLM,
Sorry, you are talking. I'm not
you
hearing you
see
well. You see some differences?
some reference as footer in footer. There are some references showing that you have used such kind of AI.
Like a watermark.
Yes. So how
You
can
are
we
saying,
remove it?
oh, okay. So can you give me like a scenario? Like I know when you create a PowerPoint using Notebook LM, it comes with its watermark. Are you saying like that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let me show you how. It's simple. You just crop it out. Let me see if I've finished. I've not yet finished. Does I have a presentation created notebook? Can't think
Even
of
in, even
any.
even even when you make infographic,
Yeah, it comes
kind
with
of yes, kind of what can I say?
watermark. So
Watermark. Yes,
there are two
they
ways
come
to.
with it.
For a PowerPoint presentation. The Notebook LM, when they design these things, it comes in forms of pictures. So the only way to remove the watermark is by cropping it out, as it's not a content, it's like generated. The only way to remove it is by cropping it out. But for the infographics, if it's designed by the Notebook LM, if you can't crop it out, I can suggest using a Canva and you edit it out. You edit the watermark out. As long as the watermark doesn't have a link, it's fine. You can just add another layer on it and it can be removed. I could be showing it to you, but it's not yet. Okay. Okay, I want to download it. Okay, see, you meant something like this. Okay, let me download it. Okay, it have come. Okay, as you can see, it have created for me a PowerPoint presentation regarding the other document I give it. And what makes it better, it even knows my name, the class I'm in, everything, because it was in my document. It didn't have to look anywhere else. As you can see, the presentation is good, many other things. So now, as Alex was asking, he wants us to know how can we remove something like this notebook LM. As you can see, this is a picture. The only way you can remove it is either adding another layer here, or you can just simply crop it out like that. As you can see, you can just crop it out. Let me crop it out like this. Sorry. Okay. Now let me save page. And you can even add another layer on it. Let me add a shape. It's not coming. Okay. You can even add a shape on it and give same color as your presentation, and it won't be visible if you want to remove the watermark. Let me give the same color as this. Let me give it, you can give it the same color as this. I'm not finding the coloring thing, but you can move it like that. If you give it the same color as this one, it will be done like that. So, any other question? Hello, is there any other question? Okay, let's proceed to make.com. So let's go to make.com. Sorry. So for make.com, even for people who have Microsoft Outlook, you can use the Microsoft 365, you can use Make, you can use the Make Power, Make, sorry, Make dot Power Automate.com. For it is for people who have Microsoft Outlook. For people in organization with the paid Microsoft Outlook, you can use this one, and it's totally safe. But for me, I don't have it, so let's not use it. Let's use make.com. I would suggest if you are with your computer so we can go together to avoid multiple questions. Okay, make.com is sign in. Let me get started. And you sign up with Google. Okay, we are on now on make.com. So, anybody else to tell me like how they understood make.com and or anything they got from make.com from last weekend? Anybody, you can even type it if you can't speak out, you can type it into the chat box. Anybody? So you got nothing from last week in make.com and you did it a lot. Yes. Yes, Diane. Yes, Fred.
Good evening, everyone.
Mm.
Actually, for me, when we do make.com, that's when where you want to make some automation between you first do Google Form and you make another Google Sheet. Then you combine together to make some kind of datas. If you want to make, like if you have a business and want to sell online, receive your the orders from your customers, you create Google Sheet, Google Form, and then you send to your email. Kind of like you want to create a link on your online so that you can be selling your items online and your customer can order. After getting the link, they can open it and enter some information they sent you, and you can receive it via email, and your team can receive that order and it will deliver. That is, I think, we can say like that.
Yes, things. Basically, it's that automation, automating things without requiring you to always do it. Emmy said creating Google Forms and Google Sheet, da, 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 da. Yeah, that's the first part, but it's not make.com. But that's once you create those, you start using make.com. Yes, to Tikanga.
Yes, thank you so much. Another thing is that uh, we need to first create a kind of process flow of what you want to do as a business. If it's a kind of business you want to automate something, you need to first design a kind of process flow. You need to say, I want to move from here up to this step. it to automating, like my brother, what is coming to mention. I think it's that. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So basically, what you both said is right, and also for it's not only Google Forms. You can use other sources. Depends on what you use. You can use other sources that data can be coming from, and you can automate it. So let's do a scenario. Let's say we are getting, let's say we are getting a project of kids, uh, of children's that are being supported by a project. And once a child is enrolled, they fill a Google Forms, and the Google form will be going to the children, to his. Okay, let me find a place to write it. Canva. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think of something I can use. But this time, okay, let's first. Okay, okay. Okay, let's create a Google Sheet. Let's create a Google Sheet. Search for Google Sheet. Google Sheet. Okay. We have the Google Sheet. Let's call it task overview. Let's call the Google Sheet task overview. Basically, we're going to do something that will be managing the people in the organization. We are going to do a small automation that will be managing the people in the organization without even calling them. So we have created the Google Sheet task overview. Yes, Leonard. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you hear me?
yes.
Okay. I just want to ask if, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to ask this question right now or I'm supposed to ask it after. But last time I think we had no chance to get enough explanation about why we automate and different examples of automation we can do. in order to assist or help in our daily work or workflow. Because I had someone were asking me, but why do we do this? And for some others thought that automation is just supposed to be done when you are you are an entrepreneur, you are having a business like automation we were doing last time about uh, ordering something, but I think we had no chance to get more explanation of different cases and the use of automation. I would like you to go more in details about explaining for us why automation is very important and give us more different examples of or maybe cases of where we can do automations. So it's good that you mentioned about managing tasks in our organization. That's another example. I don't know if you can go more in details to get more overview of automation. Why we automate? Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Dan, okay, Dan, help us on that. I can also answer a little bit. But Dan, you can go first.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Is there anyone on the call who doesn't speak in Rwanda so that I mix?
Yes, I don't understand Kiamada.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Well,
only understand
you only understand?
Middle way or Manamuste. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, no worries. So, Ronald, first of all, I believe you can as well answer that question. Am I wrong? You can contribute.
Sure, I can, but
Yeah,
I asked
please
this
first.
question mainly for others, not for me.
Yeah. And I know you can contribute and
Even
then
if
you
even if
clarify.
even me, I need some. I can contribute, but I would love even to get more insights, of course.
Okay, please first contribute, especially addressing that person who was asking a question last time, and then I'll chip in after you have tried to answer them.
Okay, okay, thank you, Dan. For when he asked actually the response, I gave him one example of workflow automation we can do in the organization, like, or someone can do for himself or herself about automating the task. Maybe, for example, you can automate how you receive your emails, and maybe you can connect with WhatsApp and you get your emails on WhatsApp, and even automation can summarize it or respond some emails which are not very important, or you can connect. It can help you with differentiating the types of email you need. Some for adverts, others maybe many emails, others which are not important. And maybe you can get notification on your WhatsApp for those emails which are important. And I explained that you can connect with other apps you are using, like maybe Slack, maybe uh, Zoom, or maybe or other app, so that you can regulate or you can command on how you want to receive and to respond and to get summaries of different apps at the right time. So those are some explanation I gave to him. I don't know if you can add more. Contribute.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald. That's a good explanation. Okay, so what is automation? He has talked about it very well. Okay, automation is getting repetitive tasks instead of doing one by one. You now have a system that does them instantly. For instance, let's give an example. Okay, maybe a real world example. Uh, Usually, when we are washing clothes, okay, manually, like with our hands, what do? You get a bucket of water and you get a bucket, okay, fill it with water. That's one step. Then take soap, add that soap, okay. Then scrub every cloth there. Then rinse it, okay. Ukanika, and then after sunshine, what do? You get the clothes off. Yeah, that's the process of washing clothes. Sometimes you even soak before washing. How many steps? There are like 5. What usually I believe everyone has ever washed in their lifetime. Okay, usually that you go and energy. You go fill the bucket with water. You add soap. You scrub shirt by shirt or trouser by trouser. You rinse, and then you repeat that every day. So there is something called repeating. Not every day, maybe every week, on every Saturday. Most of us do that. So how did they manage that through automation? They brought washing machines. What you do, you just put in clothes, press a button, and then everything is done. So washing machines are a bit expensive, but they save a lot of time and energy. And you get the same result as if you were to wash it by hand, but in less time and less energy. But you pay for money, pay money for that washing machine. Okay. Let's also get back to work. That's an example that everyone can relate. Now let's go back to work. Let's assume you your work, maybe you're an assistant to your admin. What do? You wake up, go to work, and then you're in a meeting. Maybe your boss holds 5 meetings every day, or maybe 1 meeting every day minimum. What do? You join the meeting, you take notes. After taking notes, you go after the meeting, you sit down, you analyze the notes, the minutes, then you provide something like a written report. Okay? So first of all, there's a process of attending the meeting, then writing notes, then analyzing every note, and that process repeats every week. No, sorry, every day actually. Every day you go at work, that repeats. How do you use automation in that scenario? You take notes, you develop a system that does that. It takes notes by recording the meeting, then summarizes the notes and returns a written report that you need instantly. Next time you come for a report, it does the same without your intervention or with your minimal intervention. So automation saves time, saves energy, and saves money. We all have tasks that repeat every day or every week or every year. So that also minimizes errors because as a human being, you cannot do something every day, like repeat it without making a few mistakes. So that's the point of automation, to automate something, to make it uh, perform to make it perform the exact tasks that you were to perform with your hands or with your brain. So why do we need that? It's obvious. It saves time, it saves energy, it reduces errors. Okay. So where would you apply that? Every time you have something that is repetitive and you need to always, for instance, another example with banks, okay? Maybe you have a lot of payments as a business or as a person. So what you would do is you go, for instance, bills at home. You check the bills for utilities, water, electricity every day, every month, okay? Then sometimes maybe you budget and you forget that. Then at the end of the month, you find that your expenses are a bit higher because you misbudgeted. So what would an automation system do? It would get that because it repeats every month, get that amount, allocates it the money. If you connect it to your bank account, it just pays without even thinking about it and gives you a report that this month you paid this without your intervention, without forgetting whether you're traveling, whether you're in prison, everywhere. So that is the essence of automation. So you can answer why we need that, okay? Without wasting time. And tools like make.com and so many others help. If you go into make or if you try to do the advanced exercise I shared, you can see what make can do with automation. You just set up the system, then sleep. Once it's fully automated, you literally don't bother again unless it fails and you get a notification that it has failed. Otherwise, it just takes a lot of tasks, aggregates them, and gives you the reports that you need. That's what I can say.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, for me, in addition, for example, for me, the automation I normally do, when you want to send the same email to many people, but you want to seem like the emails are tailored for one person and tailored to that person. You don't want to be like, dear sir, dear madam. You want to be dear Fabrice, dear Dan, dear this person, and you want to send different people's not using CC, but you want to send it automatically. There, make.com can help. For example, let's use a scenario. I'm going to use a scenario for an HR. We are going to act as an HR. We are going to create a Google form, and we are going to release a job application. But our job application will be needing a person with a master's degree. In that case, if somebody applies with a master's degree, he's automatically qualified for qualified for the interview. Not qualified for the interview of qualify, and we can tell them that we are looking into your CV. But if somebody applies without the master's degree, we can tell them that your application you have been denied due to this, and you won't be continuing with the next stages. In that case, you won't be needing to go through every application looking at it. You only look into the people with the master's degree. So let's try that. Let's go on Google Form. Search for Google Form, and let's create a Google Form, but let's use a template, and let's use a job application. Job application template. Job application, you ask for their names, their email, their phone number, the position they're interested in. Okay, instead of the position, what's degree? It's not good, but okay. Let's say master's, bachelor, PhD. Diploma. So here we have created and we're asking for the resume. So here we have created a job application form. We are acting as an HR. So we have created a job application form. Just this, and we remember we only no select atmosphere, no select exactly one. Okay, we have created a job application form we need to share to people, and let's connect it to a Google spreadsheet. Let's create it. Is it this? Okay, let's create it. Oh, now we have created the Google form. Hope we are together. You people being able to create a Google form, and you have created this Google sheet, and you can publish it. Okay, now we have a Google sheet that's connected to it. Copy these columns names, copy them, and let's create a Google sheet. Let's create a new spreadsheet. Okay, let's create qualified, a sheet for qualified, and let's create another sheet for not qualified. Okay. Not qualified. So basically, somebody will be applying. Once they apply and they have a master's degree, once they qualify and they have a master's degree, they will be directly get an email saying, "Hello, we are looking into your resume and we are waiting for you." And they will be going into our spreadsheet and they will be going to qualified. So if somebody applies and they have a bachelor or high school, they'll be receiving an email saying, "Sorry, can't continue with this because you are not qualified," and they will be going into not qualified. And you can even proceed with creating other automation, and you can say if somebody is qualified and look to their resume, you just click a button, you just say selected, and they receive an email. Selected, they receive an email without even drafting the email or drafting it again or writing it again. So let's first do that first one. Hope we are all doing it at the same time. Let's share this tab. Okay, we are going to create a scenario. Hope we are going together. Scenario, we are going to connect it to our form, the form we published. And you can even use use AI without following these tips. Let's not use AI. Let's continue. Okay. So when somebody fills a Google form, we watch the response. So let's connect it. And let's connect it to our Google form, To connect to it is just go to the Google form and you copy its ID. The ID comes from here to here. Let's copy it. And let's set the remit to 1. Let's save. Let's save. And now we have created, when somebody fills a form, we see something, or our automation sees it. Let's add another module. This module will be, once somebody fills a form, they want to know. So, yes, Tikanga.
Sorry, what is the role of limit? Why did you put
Oh, it's
two?
okay. The limit sets like how many things you'll be looking into. For example, let me say I want to send the email to 10 people. I will set the limit to 10. But if I want to send like to the 5, I am setting it to 1 because one person will be applying at a time. Is the reason I'm setting it at 1 directly. But if you want to send too much, you want to click run and send like 100 people emails tailored to them, you have to set the limit to 100. And I don't know if the limit to 100 they can allow it, but I know it can allow like a limit to 20. Did I answer it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, now if somebody fills a form, they want to know what's up, what's next, what's up, what happened. And some people may be curious and they want to know if even the form worked because they feel like maybe it was not sent. So they want to fill from your form. And you can't be always on the email saying somebody filled this good shit, let me reply. You need something automating it. So once somebody fills a form, directly goes to the Google Sheet we connected to it. After they fill that, let's send them an email. Okay? Before we send them an email, okay, let's send them an email. Okay, let's send them an email. Okay, you connect. Gmail. I want to send an email. Gmail. Send an email. Check send an email. Let's create a connection. Google. I'm using the company. Okay. Okay, selector, continue. Okay, so somebody fills a form. We want to, so who will be receiving we want to give them a feedback. So who will be receiving the email? It's not, here you can fill anything. We don't want to send the email to any other person. We want to send the email direct to that person. Also, you can just say, let's add another, let's say if somebody fails, let's say my boss will be receiving the email. For example, I want my boss sees an email that somebody have applied. And also, I want that to that person who just filled the email. I want him to receive a feedback, direct subject, feedback, feedback on application for data engineer, data engineer, data engineer position. Yes, and now let's add the body. So in this case, you want to automate. We are sending the same image to it's the same image to many people. The only thing that's changing is only like their name. We don't want to be dear sir, dear applicant. You know, when they say dear applicant, it looks like they sent to me, but they didn't tell it to you. But they want dear Fabrice, dear this person, dear Olivier, dear this person. It's what I want. So I would be like, okay, I don't want signature content. Sorry. Okay, let's add the body. Let's say dear, but I don't want dear's applicant. I want dear that person. So I will bring the columns name, and here make.com will go look into my application, and they will go look into the form they just filled, and they will look their name. You know that they look into your name and they be like, if it's Fabrice to apply, dear Fabrice. If this person, dear this person. Let me say, we could, let's say this person doesn't have a master's degree. We couldn't, let's say, thanks for applying for this position, but we could not proceed with you. Let's say, if you can even, instead of position, if there are multiple positions, we could say for this position with you because you have a, and we feed his education background while we are looking for somebody with at least a master's degree. Thanks, Fabrice HR. So, and now you can save. Right now, when somebody fills a form, they receive an email. And you can even disqualify that person without even looking into an email, without even looking into all those. And we can put this to test. Let's put this to test. Let's publish a form. Let's copy applicant's list. Let's copy it.
abandi se muri kumva cyangwa ni njye utari kumva njyenyine?
yagiye kabisa.
Oh,
Sorry, can you hear me?
yes, Fabrice.
Okay. Sorry, my computer just shut off, but so far, is there any question?
I have a small question.
Yes.
When you try to say this information will be found, you're saying like, if I give an example, the name of someone who will be receiving the email, the feedback.
Yes.
If maybe it's an email that will be received by the applicant,
They can?
if the email that will be received by the applicant, where does the system will find that name? Those names of applicants, are they stored in Google Forms or Google Sheet?
Okay, nice question. So basically, when somebody applies, they feed in, there's a question you ask them that we are asking for their email. Yes. So basically, it's the reason when I said the recipient, I typed in the recipient, the recipient, I typed in email. I didn't say any email directly. I said it will go into the column containing emails and to look into that email they feed, and it will be the recipient for that automation, for that automated email. Did I answer it well?
Can you come again?
So basically, I'm saying, okay, as you can see in the form, I'm starting because my computer just shut off. It's because I'm redoing it. You see here, somebody will ask them for their email when they were applying. So once they fill the email, we have connected it to our sheet. Once they fill the sheet and it's there, so the email they will fill is the one that we will be receiving. The email is the
Okay.
one that will be receiving. Okay,
Okay.
receive it. It will be the recipient, and it won't be only one email. It will be different emails depending on the applicant.
Yes.
Okay, so let me copy Silas.
Yes, Fabrics.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted you to please show me the format of the sheet. Because we are dealing with the form and the sheet, right?
Yes.
And once the applicant, fill the form, you
Yes.
automatically go to
Sheet.
the sheet.
Yeah, when you connect it.
Okay, so it means that it's the same information in the sheet, is the same information in the form.
The form they fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a question.
If I can hear your question, you said like once somebody hear the question you asked. Yes. So after making the form, you go here on responses and you connect it to a sheet. So when you connect to a sheet, the data comes here into the sheet. As you can see, the time they filled, their name, their email, the phone number, the education background, and everything. It comes here. So basically, what we are doing after the data is here, what's next? It's what we are doing. Did I answer it, Silas?
Yes, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
What else? After receiving the data in the form, what else?
Now,
Or in the
now we
sheet?
are going to email them. So now we are going to email them, and we are going to to disqualify them or qualify them without doing it. We are going to do it one time and it will be automatic. And we are going to also to give them a feedback, because sometimes when you fill a form, you don't see that you're in a Google Sheet. You don't know what happened. You don't even know if they have the application, if they didn't automate it. So if there's no other question, you can go Saida. Saida.
Yeah. I'm not understanding how you got from Google Form to Gmail. So can you please give a brief
On
explanation?
make.com.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. I'm also coming back because my computer just shut down. So once you connect with the Google Form, we're going to add a module.
Okay.
Okay, can you mute? Okay, we're going to add a module. Let's add a Gmail. Let's add a Gmail. Send an email, and we have to connect it.
Google Form, yes.
Sorry.
Can you mute your mic?
Can you please start from Google Form, please?
Here. Okay, let me read this. Let me read this. Okay, first, let me. So we start with a Google Form. And we are going to be watch responses. And here we have to fill in the Google ID, the Google Form ID. You have to go back into the Google Form and you copy this number from you copy from here up to here. You copy it. You come, you paste it. You set the limit to 1 and you save. Just like this, and we can from now on, let's save. And now let's add a module. This time we are going to add for Gmail. We are going to do send an email. Let me remove this. Send an email. It's connected. It's the recipient. The recipient will be as Silas just asked, will be the email they filled. The subject will be feedback on application. Okay, let's do correction of content. And the feedback will be dear, not dear applicant, but dear name. Thanks for applying, but unfortunately we can't proceed with you due to you are a, let's add his degree. You are a bachelor's degree, yet we want a master's degree. Order. Thanks, Fabrice. Do you have a question?
No, it's
Okay.
okay.
Mute. So we have set the email, everything. So let's save. Yes, Silas.
Yes, Fabrics.
Okay.
Back, right?
Yes.
Like, we are sorry, we can't proceed, blah blah blah. What if among those people who apply and some of them I
Master degree order.
yeah they are qualified? How can you
We are going to
differentiate?
go. We're going to go with that next. I wanted to first do the easy one because that will require a trigger, but we're going to do that next, right after we test this email. Yeah. So we have did everything. Let's save. Okay. Let's save now. We have saved. Now let's say we are going to release our application. We are going to release our application and somebody just sees the application. You click enter. Okay, let me see it from another account. Let's use tuition for or you can even automate depending on you. It's a job application, and let's say they fill their name, Tishime Fabrice, their email, their phone number, and this person is a bachelor a degree holder. Cover letter, I want this job. Now they apply. Okay, now let's see if I received an email. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I received an email. Let me see. Did I fill in this one? Okay. Let me check. Let me remove this one. Okay, this person applied to Shime Fabrice 2. Now let's click run. Where's the make? Let me see. It has an error. Let me see the error. Let me see. Connected recipient name. It's giving me a restoration email. Okay. Okay, let me run once. Okay, hide. Okay. This error, let me ignore them. I don't want to skip it. Let me refresh. Don't want to lose it all. Mm, still have an error. Let me see. Ah, okay, okay. I see why. I see why. I see why. Okay. The respondent. You when you choose the respondent, it's not the email. It's the text answer. They look into the answer and the value. You see, I just have to click the value. Let me first read. You have to click in it and you click on value. The value they entered. The value they entered is the one they will be receiving the email. And here the subject feedback on application. And also here, I don't want to send the whole name. I want to go into the name. I have to do the answer they gave, and the answer they gave its value. Same as here. You have a master's degree I have to go into. You have your education background, text answer, and the answer they no, not the answer, sorry, but the value they fill. Okay, now I can save and cross the figure. Where is it? Answer. Let me delete this. Dear name value. Okay, let me save. Now I can learn. So once Fabrice have filled and Fabrice who applied, he have received his email. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Okay, let's say Fabrice is going to apply again. Fabrice phone number. Fabrice have a bachelor's degree. Now let's submit. Thank you for your interest. Now we have to have received an email. Choose when to start. Oh, let's save. Now let's learn. What's long? Why is he not receiving the email? Ah, the email is coming, but it's going in the spam. I don't know why. I'm going to check. It's going to the spam because of the way I wrote it, of the way I wrote the email, but it's coming. If you wrote it well, it will not be having a master's. It won't be going into spam. And you can see it's coming, dear Tishime Fabrice. And it's not coming to the same way as others. If you also give also the application form and you fill, it will be coming in as with your names when you apply. So now let's see. You try it. Did it work or are you getting disturbed too? Hello. Did it work for you on your end? Okay. So let's add a trigger. Yes, Diane.
My question is this: the response will come on a Google Sheet.
Yes, they come on the Google Sheet.
The Google form is for forming, filling only.
Yeah, the Google form is just for sharing so people can fill. Once you fill, they come on the Google Sheet.
The data will be on Google Sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. So did others try it? So let's add a trigger. Let's add a trigger for so that people want for long. So we are going to add a condition to somebody who will be seeing this formula. Let's say rejection, a filter. So this filter will be seeing this person applying. He doesn't have a master's degree, so we are going to disqualify them, and they receive this email. So let's give them the bachelor your education degree text equal to what are the options we have? Okay, if he has a diploma, if you have a diploma, or if no, let me do and or if he has a bachelor, a bachelor's, let's save. This person will be, oh no, this person will be is the one who will be receiving the email. Yes. Now I want to add another module. This trigger can't get two emails. Okay. Now once this person fills this, okay, before we send the Gmail, I want to first put the data into different sheets. So let me first delete it and let's add a model. So when somebody fills the form, they will be going into a Google Sheets and we add law. So let's connect it to our Gmail. So when somebody fills the form and is a bachelor's degree, he'll be going into one sheet. And when he fills into is a master's degree, he'll be going into a different sheet, allowing us to separate into different sheets. Let's continue. Okay, let's choose which file we'll be receiving. Okay, what was its name? The one I created earlier. Let me call it HR management. Let me go back to make. Let me go job applications. HR management is not coming yet. Okay. HR management. I want it to have qualified and not qualified. So when somebody is a bachelor degree, he'll be going into Let me first connect it to job application, and they will be going into form responses, and basically the name will be coming it from the form, the email will be coming from the email. You have to select their value. The email, you have to be selecting the email value. And let's say we don't want the education, we want the education background. No, I don't want this, the education background. Yeah, let's save. Now we are going to add another Google Sheet that will be separating the applicants who are qualified and the applicants who are not qualified. We add law, we select the one containing the HR management. For qualified, they'll be going into qualified, and we'll be getting the, okay, let's add the titles. Column A will be going into, we'll be getting the, we didn't add the titles, but we have to add them. We'll be getting their name, and we'll be getting their email. Let's save for people who will be qualified. And now let's say let's add a trigger. Let's delete this and add the trigger. Let's add the router. So we can be sending them into different directions. So we'll be sending the qualified into qualified. We'll be sending the qualified into qualified. And we save, and the non-qualified into non-qualified, of course. Add low. HR management, and this one will be not qualified. And we'll be getting their name. And we'll be getting their email. We'll be getting their email. So let's save. We have got the email and everything. Let's also get their name. And their email. So let's save. So as you can see, once somebody fills the form, we get the form, and if they are qualified, they get into qualified. If they're not qualified, they get into qualified into a different sheet. If they are, here is for, so to see if they are qualified, how will it know? We have to set that. Let's call it qualified. Condition. Somebody who's qualified is somebody who submitted. Sorry, let me see. Is this for qualified? Yeah, it's qualified. So for qualified, it's somebody who's is somebody whose education degree is equal to master's. Or somebody whose education degree is equal to master's. No, PhD. Let me select the value. Remember to always select the value. Responded degree is equal to master's or PhD. We save. Else those who are not qualified are those who not qualified are those who education degree is bachelor's or education degree is diploma. Let's save. And now we can try it. Let's go into our form. Let's go into our form. We are going to apply using two people. We are going to test it. We are going to apply using two people. Tishine Fabrice, phone number is a master's degree. He is qualified. Now let's done it. Let's submit. And you have let's also submit another person and his phone number, and he's also a diploma who is not qualified. Let's submit. Now let's go into our make.com, and we can even learn it if we want it. Now let's see if the email came. Sorry. Now let's see if it works. As you can see, we have person with a master's degree and we have other with a diploma. This master.
Sorry,
Yes.
it was two different applicants, but using one email.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. If you want, you can even say that through that person can't apply more than one, but it's true. As you can see from this table, we have two bachelors and a diploma in the masters. Only one person who's qualified. Others they are not qualified. So I'm expecting if I learn, it will go and look into here, and it will come and separate the two. The person who is qualified will go into one, and others will be going to not qualified sheet. And that's what I'll be seeing here in my Google form containing qualified and not qualified. Now let's try it. Let's try it. Let's go to make, let's say the limit to from all, and let's say the limit to, let's say the limit to 4. And now let's run it. Okay, now we have run it. Let's go and look. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, so As you can see, the data went here into, they went to Shime for this 02, to Shime Fab 02, and this person. And for not qualified, there must come the person's not qualified. Let me see. Who is qualified is only one person. So there must come one person for qualified. Let me see the problem. I want to code the only one is coming. Let me see. Make.com. Sorry. I said the data goes into HRM, and here let me change it and change it to, let me remove this one. Okay, once somebody applies, no. Let me see. Okay, let me run this one now. Let me run this one. That was the reason it was causing errors. Let me delete this and delete this. Okay, now let me rerun it. Let me rerun it. Let me set is equal to answers is equal to all. Let me save. Okay. Now somebody have filled the form. Three of them are qualified, are not qualified. One of them is qualified, and you can see the only person who's qualified is Tishime Fabrice with this, and the other three are not qualified. Just like that. And now, if you wanted, you can add a module for the error. You can add an email that will be sent to people who are qualified, and an email that will be sent to people who are not qualified. Like we did earlier. It's simple. You just add the email, and it will be going directly to those people. And once you are done doing this system, you can just click learn once, and you have already gone through all 1,000 CVs with only clicking learn once, without clicking multiple times. Or you can even set it every 15 minutes, it will be learning. Every 15 minutes, it will be giving feedback to applicants every 15 minutes, just like that. So, is there any question? Sorry, is there any question or anything you didn't understand before we close our session?
Fabrics, have you recorded this session?
Let me check. I'm not the one who's supposed to be doing. I think Benjamin is recording it.
Okay. I'll check if you can send after the session.
Okay. So if there are no question, I would advise so that everybody can look into a task they do every day, or if they find themselves doing the sending emails to many people or receiving email, or if you want to know if somebody did this, you are assigning work to many people and you want to manage them automatically. I would advise that you can use make.com. So if there are no questions, we can end our session here. Yes, King. Thanks, Silas. King, is there a question? Thanks, Tony. Thank you. Welcome.